How's it going there, YouTube? Coming at you with a quick video today. I'm going to be unboxing and doing a quick review of the SMD VM1 digital voltmeter. Let's get started.
Let's get windy.
So let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box. All right, so here it is. It actually looks pretty sleek. I like how it looks. Now, the reason why I got this, because obviously I have other voltmeters, but they're not real time as much as I need it to. There's a lag. So, you know, with a regular digital voltmeter, when you got the numbers, you know, when you get a base drop and the voltage dips, the display just doesn't react quick enough, okay, to show you what the actual voltage is. And then, you know, you get your batteries charged back up by alternator, burst back up to, you know, 14.5, 15 volts, whatever. You just don't see that as quick as you do with something like this. And that's why I got this, so I could have more of a real-time gauge as far as what my voltage is doing. So you got 3 wires coming out the back. Black, obviously ground. Yellow is going to be your trigger wire, okay? It's going to detect a signal. And then red is going to be your sense wire of what you're reading your voltage from. So what I'm doing is I'm going to actually wire this to a switch because I don't want it on all the time, because I'm going to mount it right on my dashboard, and I'm not going to need it on all the time except for when I'm actually pounding my bass in my stereo system, because I don't want that light just flashing when I'm driving down the highway, you know, when I'm not even using it. So I'm going to hook it to a switch and get this thing installed. And in case anybody's asking, looks like 2.5 by 2.5. If you go all the way to the edge, a little over 2.5, little over 2.5. All right, so what I want to do, as you can see, I got some residue from where my old gauge was mounted. I want to mount the SMD right up there in the corner like that. And what I'm going to do is I fed the wires through here. Okay, here they are here. And I'm going to connect them to my existing switch that I had here for my other voltmeter. So I'm going to go ahead and get that knocked out here. And I got some double-sided tape that I'm going to put there to mount it right where I want it. All right, so there she is right there in the upper corner. I'm going to zoom back, you can see it, how it looks there. And I know it's blocking my gauge cluster a little bit, but I don't care, because the only time I really look at my RPM gauge is when I'm demoing. As a matter of fact, when I do demo hard, I like to keep my RPMs up to about 1,500, maybe even 2,000. And it's perfect, because that's like, I just need to bring it up to the corner of the gauge. So it actually serves a purpose there too. But I like how it looks. Again, it looks nice and sleek. Let me go ahead and turn it on. Like I said, I have it wired manually to a switch here, so that way it's not always on. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the switch. Little startup ceremony, which is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and start the car and see what happens here. Let's go ahead and slow it down and see what the numbers are and where it actually changes color. All right, so I got the numbers here. It looks like red starts at 15.5. So anything over 15.5 is red. Anything over 14.9 is yellow. Anything under 11.6 is yellow. And anything under 10.7 is red. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play a song here and see how the voltmeter reacts. And let's see how it bounces around a little bit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it going. Now, if it doesn't move that much, which my voltage is pretty rock solid, so if it doesn't move, I'm going to crank up the volume into clipping a little bit, which I don't like doing, but hey, for the sake of greater good, I'll go ahead and do it so that we can try to get it to drop a little bit maybe, and see if we can get it down a little bit, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it going. without getting into clipping, I was dropping down to low 14s. I had to turn it up a bit in order to get down into the 13s. I wanted to get down into the 11s, but you know, I guess it's a good thing that I didn't, considering my voltage is rock solid. All right, so here's my thoughts on the meter. Does it work as performed? Yes, it does. So, you know, good job there. However, I do wish there was some tunability to it, okay? Because the market that is going to be buying these, okay, and spending this kind of money on it are the kind of people that would like to be able to adjust it and tune it to their setup, okay? Because for me personally, I don't think red should start at 10.7 volts, okay? Anything under 11.5 volts, okay, you shouldn't even be in that territory. If so, you got electrical problems, okay? So I don't think red should start at 10.7. For my setup and how my voltage is, I would prefer yellow to kick in at 12.5, and anything under 12 would be red, okay? Because if I'm going under 12, then I'm either going into clipping or, you know, one of my alternators failed, because I should not be dropping below 13.5 volts ever, okay? Based off what I've seen on my system and how it performs. And also what I don't like is I don't like how it goes yellow at 14.9 volts, okay? Because I cold charge at over 14.9. So it makes me think like, you know, there's something wrong, right? Like I'm cautioning because I'm charging how I'm supposed to. So I wish I could adjust that and fine tune it so that maybe I have yellow start at 15.2, 15.3, and then red, whatever, okay? So I just wish there was some adjustability to that, because again, the market that's gonna buy these are people that would be interested in doing that. I'm not gonna return it. I'm not gonna, you know, throw it in the junk drawer. It's already installed and I'm gonna keep it there. One last look. There you have it. Is it worth it? Only you will know.